In our earlier classes, we had seen how to create the decision application, that is to derive the conclusion based on a mark. Suppose if the student gets 5 and 6 in couple of subjects, then we are arriving at a conclusion that you need to study hard. Suppose if they cross more than 50 marks in average, then we are getting congratulations, and if they are distinction, then we are awarding them with some reward. Now we have suppose created this application, that is in our earlier classes we had created this as a standalone application. Over here if you see, we are having process as well as decision, so this is called as standalone decision. Suppose we have created this standalone decision, and if you are wondering how we can consume this with the help of process application, then that we are going to learn in this class. In order to demonstrate the use case, I have created this simple application with the name decision process application. I will create one structured process. Here I will name it as external decision process. Click on create. Let me just get into this, or else you can just go back and consume our first step as a decision which we had created. Suppose if you go to your decision application, click on the decision tab, you are getting two options. One is to create a local decision, another is to consume an external decision. Since we have created this as an external decision, we will be consuming it over here. Click on this plus external decision, and here you can search with the name what you have given. In our case, the name we have given as student result. Click on this and click on create. Done. If there is any update in the version and all, you will get the message over here. You can click and you can update the metadata. Let me just go back to my process over here. So in our case, the input for this is two subject marks which are of type number, and the output is a string. Suppose here if you see, we are having a string. Now in order to define this, we will be creating a process which will accept two inputs from the user, and it will send to your parent or your teacher for approval. Now in order to demonstrate, we will create couple of web forms over here. That is, I will create one for the initiator, click on create, and another one I will create for the approver. So let me just create one more over here, that is for the approver. Then click on create. First get into this approver. So output is the conclusion, so that is of nothing but a string type. Here I will tell this as a conclusion and label of type conclusion, and the data it will create a conclusion of type string. Done. Let me switch over to our another initiator web form, that is over here in UI initiator. Here I will drag and drop couple of input number components over here, that is this one, input 1 and input 2. Here I will name this as subject 1, label also subject 1, and the second one is the subject 2. Copy, and this is a subject 2, and the data type it will create accordingly. So these are the editable fields. So one thing I forgot, in the approver web form we have to make this as non-editable because conclusion is the read-only string. Select this and make this as read-only. Done. Now let me just go back to our process application, get over to the process, click on our process, structured process. Here I will associate this to the process owner or the process user what we have for this application. Click on the start event, and we have to tell this as the result. And in the UI we will select this to initiator, and the default initiator presentation we will assign to. Done. Close this. Next what we will do is we will drag and drop this submit. So this is the one step human action. So I will tell this as educator. For the teacher, it could be sending a notification to your parents, so and so forth things. So there is an error over here. We will see what is that error. So here we have to turn this to the expression since we have hard-coded result. Done. Now double click on this, and we have to associate this to the approver over here, and presentation by default only one presentation we have with the string conclusion. And the action, dummy action I am providing over here. Let me just drag this over here, and I will drop the decision. As soon as you consume the external decision in your application, you will see there is this decision service coming in the activities palette. Drag and drop it over here. Coming to the data association. So here we are having couple of input arguments for this decision, that is the subject 1 mark, which we will be accepting in our web form, that is subject 1, and the subject 2 is this one. done. And the output is a conclusion. We don't have a process or the data type created as of now. So we will create a data type that is to store the conclusion. Now, in order to create that data type or the data object, click on the plus over here. Here I will tell it as conclusion and it is of type string. Click on create. Done. Now we will assign the output from this decision service to our conclusion data object. That is over here. Interpretation contains the output. That is over here. Done. Click on apply. Now coming to the data association for this web form. So our web form is accepting one parameter, that is the conclusion, which we will assign from the output of our decision service. Click on apply. So done. Our process application is ready. Click on this activate and activate the process automation. Our process application got activated successfully. Now let us head over to workspace and test this application. I will click on this and I will give the mark as 5 and 10. So the average is below 50. Click on submit. Now what it will do, it will make a call to our decision service and it will assign the status to the user. Click on this and go to the team task. Here we are seeing one task. Click on this. Here we are saying as you need to study hard because the marks are below the average. So this is what it is mentioned over here in the call function, if you see, or in the function result. So if the average is less than 40, it means fail. So if it is fail, then we are saying you need to study hard. So this is the decision we had written. So we will click on submit. This is a dummy action so that the process will complete successfully. I will create one more test case over here with the average above 90. I will give over here as 90 and the 98. You will get a message saying congratulations, something award, something message we had given. That is, we will see the message first. Congratulations, you are first in class. So let us see what there we have got same conclusion. We are getting this message, congratulations, you are first in the class, because our average is above 90. So like this, we can consume the decision model or decision application within the process application in order to derive the conclusion.